Hi, I'm Stephen with AlbertaUrbanGarden.ca. So it's that time of year. March is upon us. Here in Zone 3, this means it's time to start planting your garden so that you can start those seedlings with enough time if required indoors. Some of the benefits of planting means you can really select down which types of plants you want to grow this year, and you can avoid common mistakes such as overcrowding and putting a plant that will shade another one. It gives you some time to research and some time to really truly understand what's going on. So I've got a number of goals this year, and I want to let you know what my goals are so that you can follow along this growing season and see how we're doing. My number one goal is to increase the production out of my garden space. So that means we're going to take square foot gardening into kind of a bio-intensive gardening methodology so that that same definite amount of space can increase production. And I'll show you a little bit more later on in this video about my plans for the garden area this year. The number two goal is to grow more perennials. Along the perimeter of my garden, where my residential fence is, I want to grow more perennials. So I already have grapes and strawberries in there, but what I want to do is to bring in hardy kiwis. Apparently you can grow those here. Hardy kiwis, Jerusalem artichokes, horseradish, as many different perennials as I can, so that perimeter fence continues to produce year to year to year, and it helps block out the little bit of the ugly gray. My third goal this year is to participate in the home garden field trials. So this year, so far, we're doing a biochar field trial and a rock dust field trial. I'm very interested to hear and to see how other people do. So if you'd like to join us, please check out our Google Plus page. It's in the comment section below so that you can see a little bit more information on what the trials are and, if you'd like, to join us. We're always looking for more participants and more people, whether you just watch and comment or you actually participate. So feel free to ask Patrick or I any questions you like, and we'll see what we can do. My fourth goal this year is to extend my growing season. We only have 120 to 150 days here in Alberta. If you push it, you can push it closer to the 150-day growing season. So I'm going to try some things like cold frames and polytunnels to see if I can't extend some of my crops into the colder months in September and October. My fifth and final goal is to always try new things. If you have anything that you didn't think could be grown here in Zone 3, or you think would be interesting to grow in Zone 3, please let me know. I'm always wanting to push the envelope on what we can actually grow here to see if we can't grow more food, more different varieties of food. So this is my existing garden layout. I plan on adding a couple of new beds around the perimeter. It's important when you're planting beds to make sure that you keep the sun in mind. And I did a time lapse last summer just so that I remembered how it went. So on the right hand side, we're going to put in hardy kiwis, which are shade tolerant, and I'll be converting this rain gutter garden into a cable trellis for the kiwis. So we're going to be participating in a couple of trials. In order to do that, I'm going to convert this rock garden into 4 new garden beds on the far side. In the top part, we'll be putting the goji berries, which are shade tolerant, in the compost winter and summer positions. It's important to have both. In a compact garden like this with 18-inch walkways, you'll need to make sure that you have space and you can access all parts of the garden. An interesting way to do that is to use paving stones. So we're going to come in closer and we're going to do the main beds. In the main beds, I use square foot gardening, which is a 1 foot by 1 foot garden spacing. Seascape strawberries do take up a lot of space, so what we've done is we've made a little grid here to help us better plan the garden space. When planning your garden, you're going to want to keep a couple of things in mind so that you can optimize the use of your space. In selecting plants, the growing zone is very important. Typically you can find this information on a government website. It may be worthwhile to start your seedlings inside under lights or a window. When starting your seeds, make sure to follow the instructions on the back of the package as they relate to your last frost day of your zone. Seed packages usually have a days till harvest. It's a good rule of thumb this far north to keep as short as possible. Thank you very much for joining me. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and a subscribe. If you'd like to continue the conversation, please go to the Google Plus and Facebook pages in the comment section. Have a great day and enjoy your planning this year.